Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at a new deck in Plants vs. Heroes Zombies, one that I've tried variations of before, but I think I finally got the perfect combination. At least it's working for me so far. I'm calling this one the Bonus-saurus Rex deck. The Rex desk. Blah, 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 blah. The Bonus-saurus Rex deck. There we go. Came out that time. So this deck revolves mainly around having a lot of card draw and bonus attacks. So Green Shadow's about the only character in the game you can pull this off with, because she has the perfect combination between the Smarty and the Mega Grow to really get these. If you're looking for characters that have a lot of card draw on the plant side, there aren't a lot of options. And we've got our Flourish, which is a Mega Grow card. Then we've got our Mayflower, which is a Smarty card. The combination of those two together really give us a lot of card draw. But we also have Party Thyme, who is also a Mega Grow plant. So the combination of the two gives us about the most card draw that you can get out of a plant. The other piece that gives us a little bit extra is the Big Chill, freezes a zombie and then draws a card also. So Green Shadow is the best bet for getting a lot of cards. Now the bonus of having Mayflower is that most of the other options you have for card draw and getting extra cards are pulling them out of your deck. So you have 40 cards to start with. Anytime you draw more cards, you're pulling from that 40 cards. Which means every time you draw more cards, your deck's getting smaller and smaller of the cards you have left. Mayflower is a little bit different. Mayflower isn't drawing cards from your deck. Mayflower is actually generating new cards. So every time Mayflower hits the enemy hero, Mayflower is actually creating cards and adding them to your hand, not coming from your deck. So this actually gives you a lot of flexibility because now you have more cards. You also have cards that you might not actually have in your deck to begin with. So it gives you a bunch of extra opportunity to really get some good cards on the board and a lot of flexibility. Now the reason we want that is because we have Bonus-saurus Rex in this deck. Bonus-saurus Rex gets stronger every time you draw more cards. So anything we can do to draw more cards is going to make him stronger once he's on the board. The other benefit of Bonus-saurus Rex is he does bonus attacks. So in this deck we've got the Repeater, Bonus-saurus Rex, come on, Plant Food, and Re-Peat Moss, all of which do bonus attacks. So they do extra attacks, which gives us double the potential to hit the enemy or take out zombies. But it also works well with Party Thyme here, because Party Thyme draws another card every time a bonus attack happens. So there really is no other hero that you can use that gives you quite this type of combination of card draw plus bonus attacks. So together it makes for a very effective deck. We also have things like Plant Food, which gives us a bonus attack. And I've thrown in an Espresso Fiesta because that's 3 bonus attacks. So if you can imagine having Bonus-saurus Rex, Re-Peat Moss, and Party Thyme all on the board at the same time and doing an Espresso Fiesta, it's just craziness. It utterly destroys whoever you're facing. So we get the bonus attacks, we get the extra card draw, just damage all over the place. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into a few matches. Had really good luck with this deck so far. I've played about 25 matches with it so far, and I've only lost 3. So basically I went from rank 45 to rank 46 with this deck. All kinds of fun. I was experimenting with different things, lost a bunch, got back to just 0 wins at level 45. Created this deck, started using it, and just started wrecking zombies left and right. So when you're starting out with this deck, one of the main things you want to do is try to get some low-cost cards in your hand. The main reason we have the Iceberg Lettuce here is, again, because it's a cheap trick that we can have in our hand, which generates bonus attacks from Re-Peat Moss, but it also helps protect our lower health minions. I don't need Re-Peat Moss yet. I don't need 2 of you. Oh, so horrible starting hand. We don't have anything we're going to be able to use for the first couple rounds. Smash usually throws something on the board pretty early. Hopefully this one doesn't. So hopefully it's not a smash pet deck. The only things I've found that really tend to cause problems for this deck so far are Gargantuars with Frenzy. Yeah, I'm not worried about this guy. So I will wait another round. The other thing is you have to be comfortable taking a bit of damage. You can't freak out every time you're going to get some damage to your face. Wow, frenzying him right away, huh? Doesn't really do him any good. He should have saved that for when he can actually use it. What do I have? What can we do here? What I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna drop a Mayflower down here. I don't want this chicken staying on the board too long and buffing everybody. And his frenzy's pretty much useless as long as I don't actually stick something in front of him that he can kill. Round 4. So I think the good move here... See, what I'd like to have before I take out the arm wrestler is I'd like to have a sweet potato in my hand. Then I can pull the arm wrestler in front of me, which doesn't give him that bonus for a plant entering the lane. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go after this guy. I'm going to put a stump in front of this guy. I'm going to embiggen this guy. And that way they both survive and the chickens both die. Again, this deck takes a lot of thought. It's not an easy deck to play. You really have to think out your moves. You have to maximize your ability to take out the enemy minions while at the same time trying to keep your minions alive. It's definitely a very combo and control heavy deck. You're really trying to control the board and maximize your potential for card draw as well as for bonus attacks. Unfortunately, I'm not getting anything here for Re-Peat Moss. I don't even have a Re-Peat Moss. So let's do some card draw here, see what we get. More freeze. Yeah, guess I'll take it. Freeze that guy just to stop him from doing any more damage. Alright, this guy's basically useless. All he's going to hit is my Torchwood, which will lower my damage, but if he uses any tricks, then it's just going to buff my Black-Eyed Pea anyway. Yeah. So the great thing about Black-Eyed Pea is just that it's a great deterrent for decks that are very trick heavy. Nice. The other benefit to Mayflower is we get some heavy bodies sometimes randomly from the card draws, which we just don't have in this deck to begin with. Like this guy. So the move here, how do we want to do this? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a Re-Peat Moss over here. I'm going to freeze this guy. Do a bonus attack to him. He doesn't have any brains left, so I should be able to take out this guy. Who do I want to freeze? If this guy hits me and kills me, he's just going to attack again, so I'm going to freeze him. Get rid of that chance for the frenzy. I am going to take 4 damage to the face again unless I block it. But at least this way, I'm not getting hit twice. Now we're starting to catch up. We're only 1 point behind on health. We're doing great on cards. We're 1 round away from being able to use that Espresso Fiesta. And this round, we can actually drop a Re-Peat Moss in the middle lane and then fertilize it. Oh, I might just fertilize the one over there this time instead. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I've got 7. He's going to block that damage. Most likely I'm going to block the damage from the guy in the middle, so I'm going to fertilize Re-Peat Moss here. Which will buff him up and allow him to take this guy out. And then I'm going to go ahead and buff my Black-Eyed Pea, which will allow him to survive, make Re-Peat Moss do another bonus attack, and at this point we now have lethal on the board. So we've got enough damage to finish the game here. He's most likely going to block this first hit. So if everything goes according to plan, at the end of this round he'll have 1 health left, and I'll have 9. If he uses any trick here, it's going to make my Black-Eyed Pea stronger. And next round, we have Espresso Fiesta, so it's game over. Go ahead, I'll block it. Oh, actually, it's game over. Is it game over right now? No. Freeze him, draw a card, get a bonus attack, which is going to get blocked. But now his shield is reset for the next round, so he has no way of blocking next round other than dropping minions in front of me. And with Espresso Fiesta, it's not going to happen. The only defense he has is to drop gravestones in front of all these guys. Oh, it's over. That is game over. Yay! So you see what I mean? We took some damage at first. We actually got way behind on health, but we're able to come back just by how flexible the deck is. Alright. Good stuff. So again, looking at the deck, it's not too terribly difficult to create this deck. The only 2 really special cards here are Bonus-saurus Rex and Mayflower. Mayflower is not a requirement, but it just adds so much versatility. Do it again? I think so. See if the streak keeps going. And again, this is a deck that's also really easy to mess up on because the order you play your cards in and the way you place them on the board can have a lot of effect. Making sure that you're only playing tricks when you have minions on the board that can benefit from those tricks, namely Re-Peat Moss, is very important. You don't want to waste your tricks. I'll just stay like this for now. I've got my Torchwood, which I can stick out there to block any major damage. Toward the beginning, I've got a couple freeze options. He's most likely going to pull out a couple of dancers here. Let's see. Guess not. So the other thing we have to watch out for is his lightning attacks. There we go. So that's what we want right there. So all we're going to do here, I'm just going to stick a Torchwood in front of her. That way I can stick a Pea or something else behind it next round. She'll get stronger. She'll be able to take out the Torchwood this round. Let's see what else he puts on the board. Good. There we go. That's what we want. So what do we do if this is a sumo? If it's a sumo, he's going to move somebody. I'm just going to go ahead and drop Mayflower over here and see what happens. That is going to hurt. Alright. Oh, now we have another Espresso Fiesta, besides the one that's already in our deck. Not a lot of options right now. I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards here. Another Espresso Fiesta. Alright, I'm just going to have to go ahead and freeze her. I don't want to use Big Chill yet because that generates a card as well. I'd rather use that when Bonus-saurus Rex is on board. Big Chill's a great card when you have Bonus-saurus Rex and Re-Peat Moss out. Oh, nice. Got some later turn options now too. There we go. That's what we want. So I think the right move here we are going to bring out Bonus-saurus and freeze her. Now, the thing we want to be careful of, I don't want to draw a card yet because that'll move Bonus-saurus's health above, or strength above 3, which makes him a target for some of the different zombie removal methods. So I don't want him to be able to hit me with a rocket, or... Then again, doesn't Boogaloo have Locust Swarm? We'll see if he wants to pull that out. It'll use all his brains to do it. And he can't because he has... this is gonna hurt. Alright. Alright, so they're ahead. Oh, ouch. But that's good though, because he wasted that lightning instead of hitting Bonus-saurus, which I don't mind at all. So Bonus-saurus grows now. What do we want to do this round? So I think we will go ahead and get Re-Peat Moss out there. Can't really do anything with him this round. Oh, that stinks. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna be very low on health here. So was he. So this we can deal with. He has no brains left. So what I can do is freeze this guy. That'll give me +1. So now I've got enough to kill him in one hit. And I'm going to do a bonus attack. And that should be game over right there. And... no? Oh, yeah, the fight level. The fighting actually has to start. So he's frozen. There we go. Opponent conceded. I was waiting for that bonus attack, but I forgot the fight round hadn't started yet, so he's only going to do the bonus attack that I gave him from that plant food. Nice. See what I mean? You can get way behind on health with this deck and come back fairly quickly if you play your cards just right, which sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. It's just the way things work with this deck. Alright, so should we end it there? Should we not end it there? Alright. Actually, I do need to get going. So, hopefully you can see some of the flexibility of this deck. It has a lot of options. I've had rounds where I've won on round 4 where I still had all my health. Still had 20 points of health on my hero. So, crazy deck. Lots of flexibility. If you are, just some pointers for it, if you are going against a trick heavy deck like you know, the Professor, just common sense, try to mulligan for Black-Eyed Peas at the beginning. Black-Eyed Peas are going to be a great deterrent to keep them off your back and give you time to get your combos built up. If you can get Party Thyme, Bonus-saurus, and Re-Peat Moss on the board at the same time, and then play a trick like Flourish, you can just utterly wreck your opponent's entire day. Alright, so again, that is the Bonus-saurus Rex deck. See, I said it right that time. I'm getting better at my naming. This one doesn't sound like a children's cereal, I don't think. I could be wrong. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave comments. I'm always looking for ways to improve my decks or improve my videos. If there's any topics you want to see a video about, any games you'd like to see me play, feel free to let me know. And I'll see you next time. Bye.